Welcome, everyone, to the 2021 Adecco Group CEO for 1 Month Finals. I'm Allie Sparks, the group's head of talent, and we join you virtually from Zurich, Switzerland. I've had the wonderful privilege of hosting as the president of the jury over the last 3 days, and what an experience it has been. Let me tell you a little bit about our initiative. The CEO for 1 Month program aims to give young people the skills, experience, and the confidence to make that successful transition from the world of education to the world of work. This truly encapsulates our company's mission of making the future of work work for everyone. This year, we received over 147,000 applications, from which 31 young, ambitious candidates were chosen from around the world. These 31 had the opportunity to shadow and learn directly from the Adecco Group's senior leadership. During their month of work experience, they learned firsthand and in real time what it's like to lead at the national level. Of course, their experience had to be adapted a bit to our world that we're in at the moment, but this has actually made it all the more real. These 31 finalists went on to vie for the final 10, who have participated in this week's Bootcamp. This is the final stage in choosing that one candidate who will work alongside our global CEO, Alain Dehaze. What an amazing opportunity to intern at the highest level with the world's leader in workforce solutions. I have to say, I'm a bit jealous. This group has done it all as a part of both their work experience in their countries and this boot camp, preparing business cases, attending business reviews, making strategic recommendations, as well as representing our organization at external events. I had the privilege to follow them during these last 2 days, watching them tackle the business and behavioral challenges that we prepared for them. I was amazed by the maturity, the humbleness, the authenticity, collaboration, and the real passion that they each showed. Last night, we had to narrow down the field to the final 5, and honestly, it is going to be really hard to choose only one. I'd like to take a moment to share some observations that we've made about our finalists. Federico, I can visualize the beautiful olive groves that you described as you were cultivating olives with your grandfather. Sophia, brain plasticity. Brain plasticity. That's a hard one to say. And what I learned is you actually can teach an old dog new tricks, and so now I have no excuse not to learn German. Manny, artificial intelligence. You are our AI guy, and I now have faith that actually AI is bringing good to the world. Nivea, you have a knack of taking the complex and making it simple. I look forward to trying out that French braid that you taught us how to do, but I have to say I wasn't brave enough to do it today. Guillermo, you've shown that grit, perseverance, and determination really does pay off. Alina, the impact-driven idealist, as you told us, you set your sights on doing something and you're determined to make it happen. Brandon, you truly encapsulate our mission. Your drive to make the future work for everyone is palpable. And Gaurav, you taught us that the world indeed is bendable. It's not rigid, and each of us can connect and make our own future and experiences. Catherine, your sense of adventure and bringing others on your journey is at the heart of your leadership style. You have modeled inclusivity at every step along this program. And Anna, teaching us how to say, "nice to meet you" in sign language shows that indeed all can be connected by a common language. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I hope that you are proud of yourselves. You've come so far, and you are truly amazing. Now, I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce to you our Managing Director of the Adecco Group Foundation, Cynthia Hansen.
Thank you, Ali. It's such a pleasure to be here. Yeah. Thank you, Ali. It's such a pleasure to be here and to have been part of this program over the last 4 years. We couldn't have projected when this program started in 2011 in Norway what it would become. And it's been such a pleasure to have it in the Adecco Group Foundation since 2017. In putting it in the foundation, which really focuses on helping people who have a hard time getting into or staying in the workforce, it's given a chance to really focus in on employability for young people, to make sure that everybody gets value coming out of this program. And we do this in 3 main ways. First, we look at information. It's important that we provide really clear, accessible information about the world of work that will help young people to understand what's happening in the world of work and where they fit. Second, we offer practical experience, just like you've gone through, the chance to understand what it's like to work in an office, work in a company, work alongside others. Until you do it, you can't possibly know what it's like. So experience. And third, it's about community. And we make sure that everyone who applies for this program, whether you make it to the last phases or not, becomes part of an ongoing community. Forever and ever, you're part of the CEO for 1 Month family. And all of these things, we hope, are going to set you up for success in this new context. And certainly the world has changed in the last 18 months. The whole way we work, why we work, the way we interact has definitely changed. And because of that, you need a new navigation system. You need to think differently about how you understand your surroundings, how you take the information in and decide what you're going to do next to achieve the impact that you want. A good colleague of mine from Stanford, Bani Banerjee, talked about de-spaghettification. You take something very messy, like a big bowl of spaghetti, and you unwind it. And you understand how all the pieces fit together, and then you decide what you're going to do with that. So we hope that this program will actually give you the skills to create that new navigation system. And these are different skills than you would normally think. You can learn how to create a spreadsheet. You can learn how to run a meeting. But what's different about what we hope you will take away is the soft skills. It's about listening, it's about collaboration, it's about consultation, understanding the needs of people from the bottom up as well as the top down, and to think about the entire 360 ecosystem around you, how you listen to the weak signals, how you take the information in, how you digest and you prioritize. And very importantly, it's about comfort with ambiguity. You won't actually know every step that's coming next. Ideally, you have a North Star, you know where you're going, and you can bring people along, as Ali said, but you don't have to know exactly what it will look like in the end. And that's what's most exciting, so that we hope through this experience, we're able to equip you with that new navigation system, equip you with the ability to go forward and to take us along in your journey. We're so excited to actually see the roles reverse and to see you step forward and lead, and we will follow you. So to tell us some more, I'd love to hand over to our global CEO, Alain Dehaze.
Good. Hello, everyone, wherever you are. I would say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, because already this morning with the candidate, I had candidates who woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be with us. So great to be all of you here. I would like to start my short speech by a big thank you. First of all, thank you for the one organizing this CEO for 1 Month program, because it is a huge initiative. You have heard that from Ali and from Cynthia. 147,000 candidates in 47 countries. And not only Sharina, Cynthia, Ali, but also Gordana, a big thank you for everything you have done for these candidates, but also in all the countries, because I know that our country head or HR, all of them have been involved to provide to all the 147,000 candidates a great experience and especially a great learning. Because that's the purpose of the program, to provide all the candidates, not only the final one and so on, no, to provide all the candidates a valuable experience to become more employable in the labor market. And I was very pleased this morning in my interaction with the final 5 candidates to learn that they really applied in the first stage to learn to become more employable, to learn how the labor market was functioning, to learn how a hiring process is structured, and so improve their capability to get a job. So really well done to my team, to all the teams involved in this program, because I think we are hitting our primary purpose and objective. And that's why I'm very proud of the program. A program that we have started 11 years ago, that has grown now to a major one, and also a program which has impact on all the single candidates. It's not only a program which is important for the candidates. It is a program which is also important for the Adecco Group, for us and for me personally. Because by having this various interaction, and again, not only this 1 month, but also the bootcamp, the conversation, the interviews, we are learning, I am learning a lot. And by every interaction, it enriches the vision we have on the word and the vision the word will have, because yes, you are the future of this word. You are the so-called Gen Z, and by 2025, your generation will count for 27% of the global workforce. So your voice matters, as one of you among you said. Your voice, the voice of your generation matters to us because you are the future. So this is important that we take that into account. So this is also the huge value of this program, this reverse mentorship from the candidates towards the Adecco Group. This year will be a little bit special for us and for me, because I will be accompanied not only by one, but by 2 global CEOs. And I'm looking forward that together we will go to Paris, we will go to Madrid, we will go to New York, and we will go to Lanzarote for the Win for Youth program. And I can tell you, this is a major event. I'm very happy that we can do again after this year of COVID. And you will learn a lot. You will participate to the China European Talent Forum. You will participate to the Win for Youth program. You will participate to Fuse, also a great event organized by the foundation. And you will also participate to Strategic Business Review, to the budget session for next year. So really, a great program, and I can't wait to have you with us starting from the 20th of September. As a conclusion, I thank you, all of you, for your participation, for your engagement, your great engagement, and I wish you all the best, not only for today, but also for your private and professional life. And yes, the Adecco Group is and will be a lifelong partner regarding your career. So never hesitate to come back to us. And with this, I leave the floor back to Ali.
Thank you, Alain. Managing a multinational company with over 30,000 employees, I can hardly imagine, is not an easy task. The responsibility and day-to-day decision-making that you shoulder has got to be tough. Plus, as you always say, people come first. Nothing is possible without the right people and without engaging them towards a common purpose. And speaking of common purpose, let's have a look at what their experience has meant for our candidates.
We'll spend the next 2 days with 10 people, finalists from all over the world. They will interact with each other, they'll share their stories, they'll pitch, they'll compete, but they will also collaborate.
Hello, everyone.
We had 147,000 applications this year. These are young people who are interested in understanding the world of work and getting personal, hands-on experience by shadowing our global CEO, Alain Dehaze.
I think the program has already taught me enough. I think it taught me not only to trust myself, but to actually know myself a little bit better.
Today has been really interesting. We've done sessions on presentation on one hand, we then another one on leadership and developing skills to inspire and motivate other people. And we've had an incredible session with a keynote speaker talking about entrepreneurship, about social impact work, and about all of her experiences coming from a disadvantaged background to do all the incredible work she does today. So it's been a really fascinating experience.
I'm really excited. I think it's a great opportunity for tomorrow to be able to share the innovation project that we've worked so hard on, but I'm also really excited for this mystery challenge where all 10 of us get to work together.
I'm really excited actually by seeing how today was, which was completely different to what I was expecting. I'm really looking forward to see what is coming, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how the day develops and to meet Alain in the afternoon.
Today, they're going to be facing some really tough challenges. Today's really where we get to see how are they when it comes to their strategic thinking, how resilient are they, how agile are they when it comes to learning, and how collaborative they can be to produce results.
So the candidates are under a lot of pressure. We do call it a bit of the pressure cooker. So it's an intense 3 days, and we're looking for a number of things. We're looking for their resilience. That's really kind of the theme of this boot camp. We're looking for creativity. We're looking for teamwork and collaboration. We're looking for innovation. We're looking for their ability to be able to listen. We're looking for a well-rounded leader and candidate to be the next CEO for 1 month.
The bootcamp is for sure a stressful moment, but a great moment in which you can know very well the other amazing students and the amazing people that is organizing the program.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to kind of open in, just dive into it and kind of experience it head on. We've gotten a little bit of a sneak peek already to what it will be, but I'm very excited to just embrace everything and take it as it comes.
Pleasantly surprised how yesterday turned out because I thought it would be very competitive, but the focus was more on learning, which is making me really excited about the sessions that lie ahead. Obviously, it's a little more competitive with the interviews and the presentations lined up, but I'm going at it with so much more excitement than nervousness, just because of the sheer number of things that I will get to learn today.
I think the bootcamp is an amazing experience to know the other top 10 and also discover my own self through all the learnings, all the challenges that I've been coming here, and also get a chance to meet Alain Dehaze. I think that's what I expect from this bootcamp.
I'm a little bit excited, a little bit nervous for what's ahead. It's for half of us, it's the last day of the bootcamp, so that's pretty exciting, but also pretty nerve-wracking at the same time.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I think that I have enjoyed all this process, and I will be doing that regardless of the outcome.
If you could introduce yourselves in a very short period of time, 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Tomorrow morning, those 5 finalists will have their individual interviews with Alain, and then after that, we'll announce the global CEO for 1 month for this year, 2021.
That was fantastic. Now we are actually going to get a chance to hear directly from our 5 finalists. Each of you will have 3 minutes to share with us your responses to the following question. What is the one thing that you wish to see change in the world of work? But before we get to that, let me introduce our 5 finalists. We have first Gaurav Pandey, representing Turkey and the UAE. Alina Michaela from Finland. Manny Makar from India. Navia Virgolino, representing Brazil. And Brandon Powell Josiah, representing the UK and Ireland. So, shall we start? Gaurav, I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, everybody. Today I want to share a story with you, a story that breaks my heart every single day. This is about my friend, let's call him Ramesh for now. Ramesh left Nepal to go to work abroad a decade ago. And more accurately, he was forced to leave the country because there wasn't a job that paid him enough to support his family of 5. Now, the working conditions are pretty terrible there, but he's earning much more than he was in this country. For the last 8 years, he's not been able to afford to come back and visit his family. And last year, we found out that his mother is diagnosed with cancer. Now, Ramesh calls me and he tells me that he wants to be here. He wants to hold his mother's hands. He wants to support her, but he can't because the money that he's earning from his job abroad is supporting his family here and paying for the treatment. Guys, what breaks my heart is that there is a possibility that Ramesh might not get to see his mother before something terrible happens. And the worst part about this story is that it's not unique to Ramesh. See, we have a quote here in Nepal. It's called, you know that you've made it in this country if you successfully leave it, right? And I know for a fact that it's not just Nepal. Hundreds of millions of migrant workers, especially in the global south across different continents, Asia, Africa, Latin America, are forced to uproot their lives, their livelihoods to move to a foreign country, to put bread on the table for their families, the same families that they don't get to see for years on end. The irony is actually ridiculous, guys. A mother has to leave her child, her dear child in a developmental phase, to go to abroad to earn money for her while taking care of a foreigner's child. Like to feed her child back home, she misses all these precious moments of the first day at school, her graduation, her celebrations, her anniversaries. And the problem extends well beyond family, right? There's a profound impact, a negative impact on one's identity when one is forced to leave their traditions, their neighborhoods, their families, their festivals, to work in a country where in most cases they are treated in very undignified ways. No wonder when these workers come back, they have a host of mental health issues and are very much prone to problems such as alcoholism and drug abuse. So if you ask me, what's the one thing that I'd like to see change in the world of work, it is this, that citizens of poor and underprivileged countries get enough opportunities in their motherlands to make a living, that they can at least survive and sustain their family without having their entire identities and homes stripped off from them. I truly believe that all of us, the government, international institutions, and private companies have the power and responsibility to drive this change. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav. I must say, every time you talk, you touch all of our hearts, and I am convinced that with you at the helm, somewhere you will truly make change in this world. So next up is Alina.
Thank you, Ali. Ladies and gentlemen, dear listeners, the future of work is here. Now, this may sound like a paradox, but it's true. Consider just one example, what we talk about in books as the decoupling of work from time and from place, and what we know in practice as remote working. The adaptation of vast quantities of work to a completely online digital setting was unthinkable years ago, but today has leapt from theory to our everyday lived experience. Now, work and employment have always been subject to change, but today things are different. Change is faster, it's more disruptive, more pervasive than before. Platforms and automation are redefining the division of labor between human and machine, and the COVID-19 pandemic has transformed ways of working, likely for good. Careers look different, and we must redefine the relationship between education and employment, between work and career. When I graduate, I will no longer walk straight from business school into Nokia for a 4-decade career. My path, my journey through the world of work will look quite different. I'll join one company, build a career there, then move to another. Or maybe I'll go back to school for another degree or found my own company. In this context, it's time for a new social contract, for a new world of work. The major changes in the structures and methods of working driven by technology and the pandemic have fundamentally shaken the foundations of this implicit agreement between state and individual, between organization and individual. We've had to become lifelong learners, to rely on ourselves to learn the knowledge and skills we need to survive and thrive in the future of work. We can no longer count on our education systems to teach us those. Our social protection frameworks cannot keep pace with growing inequality, with the hollowing out of the labor market. The world of work is more volatile, more unpredictable, more complex, and more ambiguous. But this is not the message I want to leave you with today. We face thought-provoking and significant challenges, but with challenges come opportunities, and one opportunity in particular. The one change that I wish to see is this: a new social contract for a new world of work. It's time to make good on the promises between state and organization and individual, promises for opportunity, prosperity, and protection in the face of this uncertainty. You've all heard the phrase, never waste a good crisis. Well, over the past 18 months, we faced an entirely new kind of crisis and an entirely new kind of recovery. The pandemic has, in many ways, only accelerated changes that were already underway, but it forced us to adapt in leaps and bounds to a new world of work. Let's take this momentum and put it to good use. The future of work is here, and it's time for a new social contract. It's time to truly make the future work for everyone. Let's get to work.
So, Alina, I'm thinking you might have already spent a month with Alain Dehaze because he, too, reiterated to all of us, let's not waste this crisis. And it is this social contract that we are now debating. So it's great to hear you bring that up. So next, over to you, Manny.
Thank you so much, Ali. At some point in our lives, we have all felt lost. In our professional lives, we find ourselves asking, why am I doing what I'm doing? How long will I do it? Can I do it any better? Is this what I really want to do? All this introspection sometimes also takes a toll on our physical and mental well-being. The one thing I wish to see in the world of work is have access to a map to find their way back to their best self. Wondering what's that? Let me break it to you. M for mastery. Mastery is our innate desire to get better at things we really care about. It could be a skill or even a hobby. When we are faced with challenging work and get resources to get better at it, we feel motivated. In the current world of work, organizational level cookie-cutter learning mechanisms turn off a lot of employees. But when they see a one-size-fits-one approach by an organization to help become masters of their field, engagement and productivity level rises. A for autonomy and agility. Autonomy is our desire to be self-directed and not get stuck in hierarchies. Trusting our colleagues to deliver and giving them a platform to innovate reaps tremendous benefits. Some companies have already started running hackathons, a day where anyone and everyone can spend an entire day or sometimes multiple days to work on any part of business and come up with ideas and solutions. These events have given birth to multiple million-dollar startups. Agility to adapt to situations when the going gets tough, like in the pandemic, and the world around us changes is another key guiding principle in the new world of work. Empowering your people with the visibility, access, tools to build careers on their own terms so that they can push both themselves and the organization forward. Giving autonomy and agility helps people be in the driving seat where they feel the most engaged. And lastly, P for purpose. All of us want to identify with why we come to office every day, why we do what we do. All of us don't just want to be seen as revenue maximizers, but purpose maximizers. We want to leave an impact on this world, tying each individual to the larger purpose of the company and the world, and showcasing how their everyday work takes us a little closer to achieving that purpose, makes that job personally satisfying, and not just something I do in office. My wish is to have every person in the world have an access to the map, which is mastery, autonomy and agility, and purpose. And for all organizations to have enablers to democratize access to this map so that people always keep moving forward, feel engaged and motivated, and never feel lost again. Thank you.
Outstanding, Manny. Really great. I think what's interesting is that when we think back to your innovation projects that you all did, it was about well-being. But what was really fascinating is that no one really talked about, okay, let's go for a run necessarily, or let's do a webinar. It was truly what you've just said, that actually if you're doing something with purpose, you're doing something where you have the tools to be able to do it, you are playing at your strengths, that's when your well-being is strong. So I think you have just nailed it on that one. So thank you, Manny. And next up, we have Nivea. Over to you.
Hi, Ellie. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm an ex-nerd from the 90s. I'm an ex-author of books about the internet. I'm an ex-tech entrepreneur. I'm an ex-singularity student. I'm a human made of experiences. This was the brilliant way that Murilo Gun, an unlabelable Brazilian, decided to present himself during a creativity event. And when I first heard his definition about himself, it was like an alarm rang on my head. I used to present myself as most of us do. I'm Nivea, I'm a business design bachelor, and that's it. But after this situation, I realized that this type of introduction doesn't really reflect who I am. Since I was in a creativity event, I started racking my brain and trying to come up with creative ideas to present myself. And oh boy, this was hard. It was very much like those movie scenes where I was putting things down on paper, looking at it 2 seconds later, and after it, crumpling the paper up and tossing it away. I was in the frustrating point of the creative process, when we were trying so hard to think how to think out of the box. And looking in retrospect to that presentation that marked me, I realized that what we must do is actually take that same little box and rip away all the little tags and label in order to really be who we want to be. Now, you might be wondering, why am I talking about personal presentations right now? It is because if I could change one single thing in the world of work, it would be taking off the label of these little boxes. There wouldn't be male or female dominated fields. There wouldn't be a difference between thinking business and thinking impact. There wouldn't be a limit to the human potential. And being limitless is something that this pandemic has reminded us of. My parents, for example, have learned during these challenging times to be adapt to online shopping. And looking at all those little boxes coming up from the mail, I realized 2 little things. First, that tags are in package is something that the tags are meant to take a finished product to a specific location. And the second thing is that we aren't finished products and we do not have a specific location to arrive. And this is a type of mindset that will allow us to adjust to the future predictions, such as the fact that by 2030, 375 million people will need to change jobs. This is a joint effort between companies and workers because both of them have human at the center. We are all made of experiences. We are all representing our truest versions, the people that have influenced us and also motivated us to be here. And this is what makes us unique. I really hope we can strip ourselves of all those little labels that we think and that we can later fulfill a more brighter future that works for everybody.
Nivea, can you please write our next social media blog? Perhaps you have seen our social media handle of #TalentNoLabels, because we truly do believe at the Adecco Group that it is about the talent and it's not about the label. So really warms my heart to hear your speech. Fantastic. And Brandon, you're up next. So I will turn it over to you.
Thank you so much. A company like this would never accept someone from a background like mine. Let those words just sink in for a moment. Those are words that even today, I hear with frightening consistency among young, disadvantaged people entering the world of work. So while those voices are all too often ignored and go unanswered, today I would like to use this platform to call attention to the experiences of these disadvantaged people. And I'll begin by sharing a personal anecdote. I remember sitting in my bedroom, waiting for my first ever interview. We've all been there. And for this interview, I was so excited. I had done all the research possible. I had rehearsed every answer time and time and time again. I'd even gotten dressed up in my brand new best suit. Considering this was a telephone interview, that probably tells you how excited I was. But as the time approached and as my phone rang for that interview, all of these feelings of self-doubt set in, and the idea that they would just never hire someone from a background like mine. And honestly, I'm slightly embarrassed to say that despite being so excited, so ready for that interview, despite literally holding the opportunity in my hand and having it call me for that telephone interview, I just couldn't bring myself to answer the phone. So yesterday, when I was given the brief for the speech, the answer for me was clear. My only real wish for the future of the world of work would simply be that one day we reach a point where no young person ever has to feel the way that I did in that moment. How do we achieve something like that? Fundamentally, it begins with a shift in mindset. First, companies need to recognize diversity, equity, and inclusion, not as just nice to haves, but as economic, ethical, and today truly global imperatives, which have to become an integrated part of their company strategies. Second, companies need to understand that DEI is no longer just about fulfilling quotas, that businesses have a real responsibility to affect social change at a grassroots level and to empower young people from diverse backgrounds early on in their career journeys to recognize the real value of their unique voices and perspectives. And finally, companies need to develop and provide access to the programs, the networks, and the resources needed to support these young people in entering the new world of work. In short, the change that I would like to see is a move towards a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive working world. A world where companies truly begin to value and embrace the voices of young people from all backgrounds. And ultimately, a world where the next young boy, perhaps even listening now, prepared and excited for that interview, dressed in his brand new suit for no real reason, is able to pick up that phone and doesn't let that opportunity pass him by. Thank you for listening.
Well, Brandon, you have left a little lump in my throat. I was not expecting to get a tear in my eye during these. You have a real knack of bringing to life the reality and how we as organizations have a responsibility to address that reality. So thank you. That was very powerful. So now the moment I know you all are getting a little nervous about is about to be here. But before we make our announcement, I have to go spend a few minutes with our CEO, Alain, to do some deliberations. So I will give you a break for 5 minutes and we will be back with the grand reveal. So see you back then.
We'll spend the next 2 days with 10 people, finalists from all over the world. They will interact with each other, they'll share their stories, they'll pitch, they'll compete, but they will also collaborate.
Hello, everyone.
We had 147,000 applications this year. These are young people who are interested in understanding the world of work and getting personal, hands-on experience by shadowing our global CEO, Alain Dehaze.
I think the program has already taught me enough. I think it taught me not only to trust myself, but to actually know myself a little bit better.
Today has been really interesting. We've done sessions on presentation on one hand, we then another one on leadership and developing skills to inspire and motivate other people. And we've had an incredible session with a keynote speaker talking about entrepreneurship, about social impact work, and about all of her experiences coming from a disadvantaged background to do all the incredible work she does today. So it's been a really fascinating experience.
I'm really excited. I think it's a great opportunity for tomorrow to be able to share the innovation project that we've worked so hard on, but I'm also really excited for this mystery challenge where all 10 of us get to work together.
I'm really excited actually by seeing how today was, which was completely different to what I was expecting. I'm really looking forward to see what is coming, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how the day develops and to meet Alain in the afternoon.
Today, they're going to be facing some really tough challenges. Today's really where we get to see how are they when it comes to their strategic thinking, how resilient are they, how agile are they when it comes to learning, and how collaborative they can be to produce results.
So the candidates are under a lot of pressure. We do call it a bit of the pressure cooker. So it's an intense 3 days, and we're looking for a number of things. We're looking for their resilience. That's really kind of the theme of this boot camp. We're looking for creativity. We're looking for teamwork and collaboration. We're looking for innovation. We're looking for their ability to be able to listen. We're looking for a well-rounded leader and candidate to be the next CEO for 1 month.
The bootcamp is for sure a stressful moment, but a great moment in which you can know very well the other amazing students and the amazing people that is organizing the program.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to kind of just dive into it and kind of experience it head on. We've gotten a little bit of a sneak peek already to what it will be, but I'm very excited to just embrace everything and take it as it comes.
Pleasantly surprised how yesterday turned out because I thought it would be very competitive, but the focus was more on learning, which is making me really excited about the sessions that lie ahead. Obviously, it's a little more competitive with the interviews and the presentations lined up, but I'm going at it with so much more excitement than nervousness, just because of the sheer number of things that I will get to learn today.
I think the bootcamp is an amazing experience to know the other top 10 and also discover my own self through all the learnings, all the challenges that I've been coming here, and also get a chance to meet Alain Dehaze. I think that's what I expect from this bootcamp.
I'm a little bit excited, a little bit nervous for what's ahead. It's for half of us, it's the last day of the bootcamp, so that's pretty exciting, but also pretty nerve-wracking at the same time.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I think that I have enjoyed all this process, and I will be doing that regardless of the outcome.
If you could introduce yourselves in a very short period of time, 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Tomorrow morning, those 5 finalists will have their individual interviews with Alain, and then after that, we'll announce the global CEO for 1 month for this year, 2021.
We'll spend the next 2 days with 10 people, finalists from all over the world. They will interact with each other, they'll share their stories, they'll pitch, they'll compete, but they will also collaborate.
Hello, everyone.
We had 147,000 applications this year. These are young people who are interested in understanding the world of work and getting personal, hands-on experience by shadowing our global CEO, Alain Dehaze.
I think the program has already taught me enough. I think it taught me not only to trust myself, but to actually know myself a little bit better.
Today has been really interesting. We've done sessions on presentation on one hand, we then another one on leadership and developing skills to inspire and motivate other people. And we've had an incredible session with a keynote speaker talking about entrepreneurship, about social impact work, and about all of her experiences coming from a disadvantaged background to do all the incredible work she does today. So it's been a really fascinating experience.
I'm really excited. I think it's a great opportunity for tomorrow to be able to share the innovation project that we've worked so hard on, but I'm also really excited for this mystery challenge where all 10 of us get to work together.
I'm really excited actually by seeing how today was, which was completely different to what I was expecting. I'm really looking forward to see what is coming, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how the day develops and to meet Alain in the afternoon.
Today, they're going to be facing some really tough challenges. Today's really where we get to see how are they when it comes to their strategic thinking, how resilient are they, how agile are they when it comes to learning, and how collaborative they can be to produce results.
So the candidates are under a lot of pressure. We do call it a bit of the pressure cooker. So it's an intense 3 days, and we're looking for a number of things. We're looking for their resilience. That's really kind of the theme of this boot camp. We're looking for creativity. We're looking for teamwork and collaboration. We're looking for innovation. We're looking for their ability to be able to listen. We're looking for a well-rounded leader and candidate to be the next CEO for 1 month.
The bootcamp is for sure a stressful moment, but a great moment in which you can know very well the other amazing students and the amazing people that is organizing the program.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to kind of just dive into it and kind of experience it head on. We've gotten a little bit of a sneak peek already to what it will be, but I'm very excited to just embrace everything and take it as it comes.
Pleasantly surprised how yesterday turned out because I thought it would be very competitive, but the focus was more on learning, which is making me really excited about the sessions that lie ahead. Obviously, it's a little more competitive with the interviews and the presentations lined up, but I'm going at it with so much more excitement than nervousness, just because of the sheer number of things that I will get to learn today.
I think the bootcamp is an amazing experience to know the other top 10 and also discover my own self through all the learnings, all the challenges that have been coming here, and also get a chance to meet Alain Dehaze. I think that's what I expect from this bootcamp.
I'm a little bit excited, a little bit nervous for what's ahead. It's for half of us, it's the last day of the bootcamp, so that's pretty exciting, but also pretty nerve-wracking at the same time.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I think that I have enjoyed all this process, and I will be doing that regardless of the outcome.
If you could introduce yourselves in a very short period of time, 30 seconds or 1 minute.
Tomorrow morning, those 5 finalists will have their individual interviews with Alain, and then after that, we'll announce the global CEO for 1 month for this year, 2021.
Welcome back. The deliberations are over, and it's the moment you've all been waiting for. I'd like to ask Alain Dehaze, our group CEO, to share the news. Alain, over to you.
Thank you, Ali, and once more, congratulations to all of you, and this time in particular for the 5 finalists. It has been a difficult choice. You are so all exceptional, so all warm, so talented, that I would love, first of all, to have all of you in the company and have all of you with me traveling the world and exchanging about your view and your thoughts. But at the end, we have to make a choice. That's also the job of a CEO. Sometimes you need to take decisions. And we had some good reflections with the team and with Ali as a chair of the jury. And again, congratulations to all of you. And our choice will be, we are going in the region of what we call APAC Asia. We are in the region of New Delhi. And Mani, congratulations, because you will have the pleasure or the nightmare to be 1 month with me, but not only with me, but also with Jordan. So I'm sure we will have a lot of fun together, the three of us, and very happy to welcome you soon, first in Zurich with your luggage, and then we'll be traveling the world. Mani, congratulations, and now I give you the floor.
Oh my God, I can't still believe it. But thank you so much to the entire team. Thank you, Alain, for breaking the news. I'm really excited to work with you and work with the DECO. And the last 2 months, I think, right from the internship, right from when we applied, have been amazing. And all the people who were with me throughout this journey, thank you so much, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you in Zurich, Alain.
Wow, congratulations, Mani, fantastic. And a huge congratulations again to all of you. It has been an absolute pleasure spending these 3 days with each of you, and I cannot thank you enough for your contribution to this program. And thank you to all of you out there who've been following along on this journey. And please do continue to engage with us on all of our channels. And I'd like to echo the thanks that Alain gave earlier to the team, to the countries, most importantly, who have made this all possible, and also to our fantastic camera crew who've brought us to the world. So thank you for all of your hard work. So with that, I have the privilege to close out the 2021 CEO for 1 Month program and certainly look forward to 2022. Bye for now.